And we're back here once again with another episode of the MSK show. And this is going to be episode 226. So I hope you guys had a great day. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week that is ahead of you. And in this episode of the MSK show, we're going to be talking about the FNT, Las Vegas 2025 meetup and what we did there when we hung out with each other. Then we're going to talk about, there was some Comicsgate drama that a random CG person tried to pull us into about, I think, the Sunday of the week that we went out to Vegas. And then after that, I'm going to probably have us do something on these shows that I did with Chaz a long time ago. As far as as you guys know, on my comic book channel, I do the whole comic book market watch series actually. And that's something that I want to experiment with on this show at some point with as an idea. Given the fact that Savage Dad basically would have been here with our show last week, but this is what happened because he was here, but this is what happened. So after the meetup is over, he's like, we're on for Wednesday. That's the time for the show. He's like, yeah. Then he said, hey, I got to go to work because I'm not black. And I was like, oh, okay. He's like, I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks, MSK, unlike your dad. I was like, uh-huh. And then he was like, yeah, my job lied to me. I'm only going to be gone for a week. And actually, not just a week. I'm only going to be gone for 4 days. I was like, okay. So, you know what also ended up happening, guys, is I learned that in Vegas, you never actually trust women. Women are literally the worst of all time.
Vegas is the worst place to, why would, there's so many hookers. Why would you trust any women in Vegas, guy?
I did go to a strip club, and that was very, very fun. Her anatomy was very good, let's just say. She said, I'll message you on Instagram if you follow me. And I followed her, but I was like, I told you, you're not going to message me back. And she was like, no, I'm not like that. It's like, come on,
this
guys.
Is why MSK learned not to trust women in Vegas. 1, she wasn't going to message him back. 2, she wasn't a woman.
Oh, no, she was very much woman. That was all types of woman lady right there. But she's also in that era of women that grew up with pronouns in her bio, because look at her Instagram profile. Her main one has pronouns in her bio. And I'm like, oh, fucking hell. This, of course, a woman that works at a strip club has pronouns in her bio. Just should have been a foregone conclusion. But no,
Anybody
the meetup
have told you that. I don't know how you wouldn't. I don't know how that escaped your knowledge there. You should have known.
But the meetup was great.
That I missed that with you and Vaughn. That would have been entertaining.
You're not allowed to go to a strip club. You're married.
My wife doesn't care.
Oh God. So the meetup was awesome.
In all honesty, I would have probably only bought you guys dances to be entertained by watching you and Vaughn be like,
oh, that would have been great. Oh, no, because okay, it was $40 for one dance, and it was like $120 for 3 songs. Actually, I paid for one dance, but the ATM fee, dude, was like fucking $8 because my service and my phone wasn't working, so I couldn't just Cash App it to her, because I have a Cash App that I just save money on, So, but no, Vegas overall was very, very fun this year. I don't know if I had more fun this year or the last year, but overall, now that I know what to expect out of the meetups, it's always fun. I plan on going next year. Next year I will be staying at the Oasis because it's much easier if people just stay at the Oasis to converge and do stuff in. It's way easier to have a base of operations like a bat cave, and then you just kind of go and do missions together, because everyone at a different place is just, that's always complicated, honestly. Even if you're Vaughn wasn't that bad. Vaughn was 15 minutes away, but literally, me.
If you're in Fremont, you'd be fine. In all honesty, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going next year. I make no plans that far out for that kind of thing. But I don't know if I'd stay at the Oasis again. I might do the Nugget if I went next year or somewhere.
Just
the Oasis wasn't as cheap as I would have hoped it was going, but in all honesty, they announced everything so late, and I decided to go so late that it was probably a little more expensive, but still
that's the thing is I hope next year that they announce it earlier, because I could have got the Friday off, but they announced
it at the same time.
They announced it so late And it was like,
Yeah.
you announce it on that
No,
week.
I keep hearing that because MegaCon is going to be in like March next year, that they may not do the Vegas meetup at the same time. And Gary kept saying he wanted to do an Arizona meetup, and I'm like, bro, here, let's go. I'm down.
What
Yeah.
well, you heard that they're
I'll rent out
potentially
my
not.
trailer to people.
What did you potentially hear that they're not doing the Vegas meetup
I
next
think
year?
they're doing it, but they're going to rework the way it's done because I don't think anybody cared for the venue this year a ton. And
I didn't like it at all. The Millennium Fan Bar was way better. It's not even close if
yeah,
I'm just
well,
picking
they
the
lost the space in there for it. But in all honesty, dude, just I think there was a lot of, and I don't know that the venue was that bad. I think there was a lot of vibe was off this year for sure. Like you could feel it, out there. But I think that it's it's just going to kind of depend on where it goes next year. In all honesty, it's like it was difficult for me because, as you know, I moved through a number of groups. Let's see, I was hanging with the Ballbusters folks a little bit, which we cross over with the Rogues some. I went out shooting with the GCA and Kratos El Grados because shooting. And that was mostly just us. Like everyone was kind of in their own cliques this year. It was interesting to see. And since I moved between a number of cliques, it's like, oh, I'm just running all over the place.
Yeah.
But I think next year it's going to be kind of like, in all honesty, like
it feels like it gets more organized each year at this point now.
Well, what I think is like a little more organized, but beyond that, also just kind of like if we're just in our cliques that we're going to be in, then we're probably if we want to do shit, if we want to do content and shit, it's going to be like you're with the clique of people that you're doing content with, and you're going to figure out what content you're doing, and you're going to do that, and that's what's going to happen while you're there. Otherwise, you're not doing content. You're just going to be in town, you're hanging out and blowing off steam and
I
running
didn't even
around.
vlog this year. If people don't know, I vlogged last year. I didn't actually vlog this year at all. Honestly, I just was so tired. I couldn't do it.
It was so everyone was a bit all over the place. Like there was a lot of attempts to try to plan, but then it wasn't planned. It made it impossible to really film some content, and we didn't film some content that should have been filmed. And it's like, okay, well, either we kind of like don't convince ourselves that we're going to do any content while we're there, or we do it. Like you got to. It's gonna be one or the other. If you're going to making content out of it, then you got to plan it. You got to get together, and you got to actually just do it, or not, or just don't do content. Just skip it and hang out. Like it's whatever you want to do, man.
And it's crazy, man. I do think that's the better approach is to just hang out because we only get to have that opportunity once a year. It shouldn't really be bogged down with making content because we're going to do that regardless.
It does.
When the meetup's over anyway.
It's also like the only time of year that we're going to be in person with each other to potentially film some entertaining content.
Yeah,
so there's
true.
pluses and minuses. Like it's like, okay, what do you really want to do with this exactly?
Yeah. But like if it's something where it's like we're filming a podcast in a studio, it's like, do we really want to do a podcast in a studio when we're out on vacation? It's like we probably should be doing anything but that. But I get it from a point of view. It's like if I'm only going to see you like once a year potentially, we should probably focus on just hanging out and doing shit rather than doing just content when we're going to be doing content the other 360 some odd days of the year anyway.
But that's the thing too. It's like if we do it all together once a year, then we've done it once a year. But like doing a podcast, I don't think works. What you should do if you want any kind of content out of it at all is film different things. Maybe you film some skits, which I tried to do with Iron, but then he was out late at Ballbusters and we didn't do it at all. And then, because I was in his closet in his hotel room, and I had the Ethan Van Piver suit on again. So big fat guy. I had a pizza box, didn't say TJ's, but I figured the same implication would be implied. And we were going to come out. I was going to pop out at the beginning of them starting a late Rogues Gallery as Ethan Van Piver yet again. But that scenario didn't work out. That would have been funny. It wasn't, again, we just didn't plan enough. But I felt bad because Emerald had set up like his little mini studio setup that he had, which, I mean, if they were going to do an episode, I had enough camera gear to shoot a podcast and microphones that we could have done it, but You didn't plan, and that's the thing. Like, if we're gonna hang, then it's just a hang. If it's gonna be content because we're all together once, then you gotta plan and take time out from hanging with all the other people and all the other cliques. So it's just kind of how you want to approach it. I was like, whatever, either way we go, I'm going out shooting. That's what I knew I was doing that day, and getting some comic books, miscellaneous shit like that, which is the other thing I did, which I don't think I have any of them out here anymore. Where did I get anything that I can think of? I don't know if I put them away or not. Now I don't remember where they went. I did get some books. I got my kids some books, and I got what else?
Oh yeah, we didn't go to the comic book store this year. I didn't.
Nope.
I didn't get a chance to go to Cosmic Comics this
I
year, and I wanted
did.
to.
But what did I buy? Oh, that's what I bought. The only thing I really got for myself this year, like, you didn't miss a ton, but I did find this for $15, which is a good get, I think. It was let me get the light on. There we go. Justice League the Nail, the original Prestige run for $15. The trade is over 20. It's like,
Really?
I'm not going to pass up the original Prestiges. This is Alan Davis and Mark Farmer. Some great art. A definitely, like, a very well regarded Elseworld story. So I got that. That's the only thing I really got for myself. I got my kids some stuff, toys and comics and other things that they had there, like Sonic. So, but yeah, it was a good time either way. And I got some photos. I filmed some footage for some folks at the GCA. Zamboni and I, not exclusively, but as part of his attempt to test streaming platforms, he was talking to me about that, and he's like, "You should come on." So I'm doing that with him on Thursdays for the rest of the month, testing out all these different streaming platforms at about, I think, 5:30. So tomorrow at 5:30, check me out on Mo Zamboni's channel. We're going to be trying. I don't know what we're trying this week. I need to hit him up. We tried Rumble Studio last week, and for individual creators like myself, smaller creators, it's not bad. Even I say at best it's a C+ for that. But for like panel shows, it ain't there.
Yeah,
it just ain't there, dude.
That was my biggest problem with Rumble Studio, was that to be in the program, you not only had to stream with Rumble Studio, but you also had to pay for their premium membership. I could make I could get past the premium membership because $8 a month is nothing, because we already paid for that for Twitter. But I don't want to use Rumble Studio. I don't. First of all, StreamYards is better, for being completely honest here, and I already paid for this, and I want to use this.
But have you had to? Yeah, but when you re-up StreamYards, dude, it's going to be twice as expensive.
Yeah, it's
I'm not paying for that.
Or there's Restream. Restream is cheaper, and it's like $11. It's what
So that's one of the ones
uses.
That's one of the ones that Mo Zamboni is going to be looking at. It's going to be Restream. It's going to be Restream, EVMux. Like, he's getting a month of each of them to give him a run through to see what they can replace.
I had Restream before. I would vouch for them. Or there's that other one that have you seen the ads for it on YouTube? There's the other one. There's another one that they made literally like a few years back.
EVMux is the next one. Is one of the ones that we want to look at. And then I'm trying to think of what else there is. There's Restream. There's EVMux. There's something else too. But I don't know. He's got them all bookmarked.
Riverdale or Riverside or something like that.
Oh yeah.
There's that one. And then I think that's the thing is I just didn't want to use Rumble Studio because I heard not just I've seen people use it and I heard so many bad things about it. It's like
the 8:9 aspect ratio with two people drives me nuts. I hated it. I don't want an 8:9. I don't want the whole screen taken up. I do want backgrounds and overlays and other things that I can customize and use. I want to be able to do my own orientation. I want my screen window tiles to be able to be collected in the way I want them to be, not just the way that Rumble Studio will deal with it. And I think there's good bones there. I think there's opportunity for it to get better especially if they get rid of the damn 8:9. But as they, I get it. It's still technically free for those of us who are premium. And since I had a membership to Mug Club, I got rolled into Rumble Premium already. So I already have that. Not a big deal. But yeah, it just wasn't great. So this week we'll do another one and check it out, see how it looks, how it feels. But after that, after I get back from summer vacation on Thursdays, is when I will be doing long boxing at probably 5:00, 5:30 in the afternoon. Most Thursdays, I mean, barring something going on at work or whatever else. That's my goal, is to get that running probably weekly on Thursdays. I'll see if I can do it weekly. It's one of those things. I think it's going to be a weekly thing, and it's going to be me here, as you can see here, going through all of this. I don't know that this camera gives you the appropriate understanding of the depth of shit that there is down here, but as you can see, I got that, and then I've got this over here, just this. I've got some long boxes here that need filling. So yeah, long boxing is live. I've launched it. Episode 0 has happened.
Episode 0. This man's he does these things to trigger me.
It's not in continuity. It's not fully in continuity. It's a different point in continuity, like a 0 issue would be. A 0 issue is always something kind of just there's a random thing. Wait until I do issue number 1/2. That's really going to blow your brain, or episode number 1/2. And then I'm just gonna do some Marvel numbering, where every long box I fill, I'm gonna go back to episode 1 and start over again just to fuck with you. And then I'll do random episode 9,000s or some shit just out of nowhere, like Marvel numbering the whole way through, bro.
This is the crazy thing, is this man started his new show off with an episode 0.
Yep. Yeah, it was a good, Nick and I had a good conversation. It just kind of, I wanted to talk a bit more about Free Comic Book Day, but we just got into the wilds of comic book shit, dude. It was very much like an old comic book store convo you'd have on a Wednesday, man, at the shop over the fucking new releases and shit. So it was a good convo. I appreciated Nick hanging out with me that evening. Oh man, WZ is up in the chat, bro. What's going on in the chat? I didn't even see.
WZ's a clout chaser. What?
See, WZ,
this guy is disgusting.
Chat. What's up, WZ? Michael, what is up? What is up, dude? Oh, yo. Hey, white boy. Wait, which one is she talking to? Me or you? What's up, Miss Sparkles?
I think she means me because I'm white.
Yeah, clarify if that's me or MSK you're talking to there, Miss Sparkles. We're trying to understand which one of us you're flirting with.
So
I've almost got all these.
So this is the thing is that when you are doing long bossing on Thursdays, potentially I could come on every once in a while. Just depends if I'm busy or not. But I should be able to, given whatever time. Because when you did it that day you did it, I was already in a show. And I was like, damn.
I know. Because you were sitting here trying to fuck with me like I wasn't gonna do it.
I don't believe. I just had no faith.
Damn. That's why I had to do it. I can't let MSK be right. What would WZ think if I let MSK not look like he was talking shit?
Is that literally not a thing in life? There's death, taxes, and me always being right. That's just literally a thing at that point.
No, I don't know about. I don't think that's the way that goes. But
or James Harden never winning a trophy. That's probably
oof. Yeah, or
dude, literally James Harden
failure.
The last game for Clippers versus Nuggets, game 7, he scored a grand total of 7 points the entire game. This is boring when you can get fouled.
I'm pretty sure he's from. Didn't he play at ASU back in college?
I don't remember.
He was,
but
I can't remember if he's an Arizona boy.
He crazy.
He used to play for the Thunder, right?
He's played for the Thunder. He used to play for the Rockets. He's been on a lot of teams at this point. And it's one of those things where, how do you score? You're the guy getting $39 million. If I pay you $39 million and you score 7 points, I don't care how much money I'm giving you. You're benched or you're off. That's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
no one holds these
Dude,
players accountable anymore.
Him and LeBron, like what has LeBron done in LA for anybody? Nothing. He's become a joke, and
He won a
so
trophy in
bad
2020.
now.
He won a trophy in 2020, and he won the in-season tournament.
Dude, that dude, the COVID era fucking NBA doesn't fucking count. I'm on the hill too. That shit doesn't count. Period.
There is some major asterisks to that trophy win too. Honestly,
bro, tons of asterisks. No, that shit doesn't count. That was just like LeBron is going to do nothing but or be nothing but a failure in LA. So we're going to make LeBron feel better by making up this bullshit fucking COVID tent league garbage, and we're going to just hand it to Brown to make it look like he didn't come to LA to fail. But when the real league gets going, the softest NBA league in history, the softest generation of NBA players in history.
I'm trying to unscrew.
He can't win.
She said, Miss Sparkle says, I'm trying to unscrew a screw in something. How do you get it unscrewed if it won't come undone in something that rusty?
CLR, brake cleaner would work.
You need like a liquid to unrust it.
Yeah, CLR, brake cleaner. If it's really rusty, try sorry, I'm so close. So I'm popping. Let me turn my heat down. I got my there. CLR, brake cleaner, or if you have it, baking soda and vinegar.
Oh, so this is something that I wanted to show you guys, and you're gonna tell me that modern women are good.
Here comes this dick.
So no, I can't show you guys that because a lot of girls would
I've seen it already.
And
his girlfriend will not allow him to show it off on stream.
So this is Bonnie Blue. She was the lady that slept with 1,000 guys in less than 24 hours. And
bro, that thing smelled like fish. Like soggy fish.
I'm not saying that I wouldn't sleep with her. I'm not saying that I wouldn't. But
I wouldn't. I'll say it up front right now. I'll tell you all the truth in the world. That thing is soggy and been rode hard and put away wet. And that thing smells like a fucking Thursday fucking tuna, bro. Like,
don't you think she showers and cleans her vagina out?
After 1,000 guys, bro, does it matter? Do you think she stopped and cleaned it out in between? Hell no.
No, you clean yourself after it's over.
Bro, 1,000 guys busted. Busted.
Probably mostly
do you think that happened? Do you think that happened in 30 minutes? No, bro, that took hours. Hours of stank.
I don't know how long she did it for, because apparently she did it in less than 24 hours. So like in 12 hours, she slept with 1,000 guys. I still don't believe that, because that sounds literally impossible.
Imagine sweating, butt stank motherfuckers just rubbing all on top of you for 12 hours straight. You think that grime just goes away with one shower? Hell no. Nah. Nope.
And keep in mind, as you guys know,
I'm all the way out. No,
because I wanted to just bring this up because I've had sex before, and all of you guys have had sex, and I've had sex with like 100 women actually.
Your girlfriend claims that you have, so I mean, I'm gonna trust what she say.
This is the thing: is when you have sex, you provide sweat to the other person, and the other person provides sweat to you. Could you imagine? And come on, if like 1,000 people are sweating on the same person, all around each other, they're probably, because you know how you like when you thrust into a girl, you might accidentally fart, because there's a bunch of people that probably farted when they were humping her. Just imagine that, all the stank that was in that room,
bruh.
Oh. Yeah, because like I'll be honest here, I truly don't know if she slept with 1,000 guys in fucking 12 hours or 15 hours or whatever, but I really don't know
what your definition of the word sleep with is. These guys showed up, went, put it in, bust. Like imagine this.
Yeah, because a lot of them can't last as long. Because a lot of them last like 5 seconds. I mean, I last like an hour, so I'm good. I have the strokes for life.
Guy, this is how that worked. I'll explain it to you right now. This is how that shit works. You're in a room with a minimum like to do this, there's probably 10, 50, 20, maybe if you're lucky, who knows, dudes in a room. And they're all just sitting here. They're all just sitting here like the whole time, guy. The whole time. Just pumping while they're staring at each other, trying to look at the ceiling, whatever, looking at her while she's just getting pumped. And then when it's so you probably got a 3-stroke limit. So you're getting ready, you're primed, you're edging, and then you go up there, boom, in, bust, and leave. And that's how you get through 1,000 guys. That isn't sleeping with nobody, man. That is a hum dumpster, is what that is.
Yeah, and then I want people to understand is like people have to factor in is like if you literally have a bunch of those guys that literally only last like 5 seconds, that it's gonna be, and a lot of those guys definitely have less than 5 inches. You know, I have 7 to 8, probably 9 because I'm black. But I mean, I don't know if I would do it. I
mean, I can't argue you on that. Maybe you do. So who knows? You know, you might be packing. I have no idea. You know, it's not like Harambe's here to fucking find out or nothing. So keep it in.
Here's the video that she wanted everyone to see.
Sorry, Daddy, but today I'm going to be stretched out a lot. I cannot wait to be leaving here in a wheelchair. I don't know if it's medically possible to be able to take all of these at once.
That bitch gross. That's all I got to say.
Why is there so many black guys there? There's a lot of black guys there. Just pointing out, they're not beating the stereotype.
Of course they are. That's a thin, blonde-haired white girl. Beating all kinds of stereotypes.
Also, guys, if you see that post on Twitter, do not scroll down because there's full-blown porn in the whole entire thread down there.
MSK's got that shit bookmarked 3 times on all of his alts, ready to go.
I only bookmarked the video. I didn't bookmark the thread. I'm good.
You bookmarked the video of it all going down is what you bookmarked. Oh, damn, your chat exploded. What's going on up in here? Yes, Prof, the other ones. Wait, let me see the other ones. All together, like over time. She did 30 in one day, 25. So yeah, no, she's like probably got 2,000 body count. Based dad.
Wait, there's girls that did 30 in one day. That's just
no. That's that chick she's talking about. There's no proof, but other ones like her doing a 30 in one day are true. That's definitely definitely no tread left. You are 100%. Walter, you are 100% on that shit. There is no tread left on that. Man, there isn't any friction at all. Like, you got to watch out with that thing. In all honesty, if she like slipped, she might suck up a whole fucking bar stool. There ain't nothing. There ain't no traction.
Stop the line.
Shit's spinning on a wet street, bro.
She would stop the line when it's MSK's turn and rethink her life decisions. No, I could thoroughly sexually satisfy her. I got at least 10 strokes, honestly. You know? Then again, all that matters is if I blow a load before she does. Because if she blows her load first, then it's like, okay.
Nah. She'd be boring, dude. Hot dog down a hallway.
But don't vaginas get, don't they?
No.
I thought that's how it worked.
Nope.
Like, the more you open them up, the more they close in. Like a fly trap.
Now she'd have to be doing Kegel exercises. And something tells me
women have babies. They close up.
They do to some extent, but
takes a long time.
Unless you exercise. Again, Kegel exercises can re-strengthen the muscles around there. But if you ain't doing that shit all the time every day and you're getting 1,000, blowholes run through you, nah, it probably ain't even that, bro.
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm not the sex expert. Apparently, I don't have sex with any woman enough to have an opinion about this. I'm joking, guys. I have sex with 100 women actually.
Yeah, he's got a girlfriend. He's always hooking up with this like Latina girl that's super into him. So
I don't want to touch her. She's
MSK's hitting that all the time. MSK's out there being like, yeah. MSK's down. He's like, waiting for that chalupa to show up. Let's go.
Goodness gracious. Oh, that other thing that we haven't talked about. So literally the Sunday of the week of the F&T Vegas 2025 meetup, this person literally, it's a person with a Viper thumbnail or whatever called Viserio or whatever, who's been an Ethan Van Sciver literally cocksucker for about all of his entire life.
Dude, was that the guy behind TJ's Pizza? Oh shit!
I don't know.
Damn. I didn't know he'd exposed himself already. I didn't know he came out and was like, "Hey, yo, that was me behind TJ's." I'm a big Cyberfrog fan.
He apparently
and some blowjays.
He went and saw the video that we did on the Nerdways video, which was he had a video titled like Rippa versus a Cult or something.
A year ago.
Yeah, it was crazy. If you look at the like and dislike ratio of that video, it doesn't have a single dislike at all. It's straight up 100% like ratio.
You mean they went there to grift off of that like low tier comic book content creator video, and they didn't even dislike it? God damn.
And then
CG is retarded.
They were making fun of the way that I said the word carpet beggar. But guys, I'm in the West Coast. We don't say that here. No one here says that. Unless the only place that would probably say that on the West Coast is to let you around some farms. That would be still a debatable thing. Like, I've never heard the word carpet beggar. And then Ethan was like, I didn't like the way that MSK called that guy a retard for not being able to pronounce a word. I'm like, first of all, I don't care what you think. I'll be honest, I don't give a damn what you think and do and feel. Second of all, we literally look up the word. I'm pretty sure he was wrong by his definition. And people said they didn't even looking up the word. If you literally watch the video, literally within about 2 minutes, that's exactly because I was like, hey, I don't know what this means. Let's look it up. Let's not be fucking stupid. Let's understand what.
Let's not be Ethan Van Piver about it. Let's actually, read.
Goodness gracious! Like,
or put things in context.
And it's like that's why I didn't really choose to go down that rabbit hole, is because like you were, and then that after the tweet came out and I showed Savage Dad what he said, Savage Dad was literally tweeting, tagging him, calling him fat, ugly, stupid, saying you eat pie and you suck cock behind a pizza parlor.
To be fair, whenever I see something particularly annoying cross my feed that involves Ethan, that's generally what I say and then move on. I mean, in all honesty, I only see it because I don't like the only person I haven't muted yet that talks about Ethan is Student of God. So it's usually some
Did you see that recently?
He
said that he was going to kind of stop doing the things that he was doing before, but he kind of started them back up recently for Student of God. I don't know what made him got back and start doing it again, but
Ethan didn't stop.
Did you see that? Did you see the art that he put out for his new book? It looks like complete shit,
bro. Yeah, what did I tell you? It's not even. What did I say though? Too, it's not his art. That isn't him. I love it. Every step he takes, he proves my theory more correct about the fact that he can no longer draw. I've yet to see evidence to the contrary. Like, maybe he can in short spurts for a little bit, but like nothing he's done since his heart attack, other than Cyberfrog 3, which you're never getting. Everything else that he's put out has not been his art. And I'd be willing to bet you, I will even go so far as to say that Ethan might do the cover for Cyberfrog 3, but those interiors, let's just say I have a strong feeling Ethan's going to farm it out to somebody under the auspices of getting it done, that it's already so late that I'm going to push this to somebody else to have them get the art done faster, because I just don't have the time.
What's that thing girls say when they have like the tea? Yeah. When girls say I got the tea, I got the tea for a situation that we've been wanting the answers to for a while, and I finally found it. But I want to show you guys the art really quickly. So here is Ethan's new comic book coming up. And when I say new comic book coming up for Ethan, I mean it's coming out in like never. So, but that's just a joke, right? So here, Ethan has a 1994 Heather Diary preview. It's going to be a Heather Swain. It's a character from his comic book Cyberfrog, a prequel. Because, like, I don't know who would make a prequel for that kind of character. I don't know if anybody actually reads Cyberfrog, but this is just a few of the panels from his Heather's Diary comic book coming out. And keep in mind, that's the joke. This book is never coming out. It's going to probably take like 5 years to get it done. So keep in mind. So just look at this art. I want you to understand how disgusting this is actually. There you go. This looks like quality art to you. Does this look like good art at all? Just scrolling through the pages really quickly. Look at this.
I looked through this earlier. This isn't even his art, dude. And no, tons of 3D assets that they didn't even trace over. And he's being being such a little bitch about it. He's trying to rewrite his history on the topic. He can't take the criticism of it. But no, dude, this looks like Zoomer. This looks like modern day Zoomer garbage. It's going to be trash. It's a girl's comic is what it really is. Like, it looks like a stupid teenage romance novel or some shit. I don't know what the fuck.
Like some really bad, it looks like some really horrible manga. It's a bad interpretation of manga. He's like, ooh, I know what sells. Mangas that sell, so I'm going to give them the anime eyes. Let's get an artist that will draw on this style for me. Why? Because Ethan Van Sciver can't make his own comic books anymore. He can't draw them. Oh my god! Like, look at this, people. This is really, really bad. This, and he wants to talk about quality all the time. And then there was another page.
Look at the neck. Look at that fucking neck on the girl. Like the way that aspect is drawn. Like, what is this? No, dude. Everything about that is.
And then this dude wants to talk about quality. This guy wants to talk about quality. I truly will never understand how this man could be on this crusade of comic book quality, and then he has the nerve to draw that, or whoever he had drew this.
Who's the artist on it? Who do they have marked as the artist? Like,
I wouldn't buy this
group that they had him.
I'll be honest,
people already bought it, dude. People already bought it, and this is what's funny. Like I was saying, well, this is going to happen with Cyberfrog 3 too. People already bought this thinking that Ethan Van Sciver was supposed to draw it. Wait, or is this a campaign he just launched? Was this? I thought the Diary of Heather Swain was already something he launched a while ago. Or is this new? Or is this an old one?
Let me see.
I thought Diary of Heather Swain was an old one.
Okay. So he says, seems like some Ripetard and Ripetard adjacent folks are super duper mad that All Caps Comics is launching a book into the YA, a young adult and Japanese market before some others did. You don't like the cute drawing style?
Japanese market. That's not the Japanese market. The cute drawing style. No, it's like, dude, we're making fun of you for talking. Like, what did they have to say about the stuff that the anime that the Rippaverse, or not the anime, but the manga that Rippa launched with Angel Studios? Oh, Gabriel
the Guardian. Yeah. Didn't Ethan make fun of Gabriel and the Guardians of the Galaxy or something like that?
Yeah. But either way, dude, this doesn't look good, and he's not an anime writer either. So, like, I don't know what he thinks he's. He just thinks he's getting in on something that he doesn't have the talent or the skill to.
Okay, so right here,
and he can't draw it anymore either, which is the main point I'm making. Really, is that once again, Ethan Van Sciver shows us that he can't make his own art anymore.
He says, you don't like the cute drawing style? That's really interesting. 40-year-old incels. I thought you all loved Common America. Yeah, because Common America's art looks good.
Yeah, he's trying to pretend like he's...
Not even close to the same.
Common America was successful is the difference in that he's trying to... He's sitting here trying to rip off the same aspect of what Common America has already been doing, and it's like, yeah, they did like it, but they don't like you, Ethan, and they don't like this trash art that you're attempting to sell.
Sven Stoffels is the bomb. His cheerful art contrasts with the dark, haunting story I have planned. You'll love it. Tokyo will love it, and so will your kids. Ain't no
He
kid
thinks he's
reading
gonna
that.
sell this. Dude, that's not going to do anything in Japan. Nobody cares about that crap in Japan. Nobody in Japan is picking the like. He's got to be making something. He's got to be. I don't know if that's a coat or if he's just straight up blowing, like trying to blow some made up smoke. Like he isn't selling this in Japan. Nobody from fucking Tokyo is picking this book up. Please.
Nobody from Japan contacted him to pick up this. And if they saw previews of this and they wanted to put that in their shop, that person's shop should be burnt to the ground. Not kidding.
Nobody in Japan knows who Ethan Van Sciver is or cares about this or what it is. And we'll see that description and that thing that point he's trying to make there will be. We'll be interested to see if this book sells with his. I mean, it might sell with his coked out, piss porn, e-thought, pedo fucking fan base that he has. Maybe
he did listen to people about something. He finally did out of every single thing. You know what he did? He
what
in a clip said that he's probably going to get most of this book done before they launch a crowdfunder. And it's like, you were mad at other people for telling you that, and then you're just going to do it yourself? What?
I could have swore he launched this book already. I could have swore that this book was already something he had mentioned before. Like, I know that I've heard of the Diary of Heather Swain before.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a preview book or some other shit, but this isn't the first time. That's why when I saw this, I thought it was him finally producing art on it to put it out. But it sounds like, once again,
it looks.
It does look like shit. No, dude, this is the thing. He can't draw anymore, so he's now trying to find artists who are going to produce crap for. Like this is the only way he not really turns it around. This is him finally attempting to make some kind of point out of his art. Is he's going to try to pay artists out of all of the money that you've given him for Rainbow the Brute, whatever of it's left, and Cyberfrog 3. This is where it's going. He's going to take that money and spend way too much time trying to coordinate getting books launched with other artists because he can't draw. And meanwhile, you're never going to see those books. Those two books, the idea of them very likely are what little of it is left, he's going to attempt to use as funding to launch comic books that somebody else will draw. So you might actually get those, but it's too far down the road, dude. Nobody's going to give a shit. Nobody, and you're launching with that. Nobody even cares who Heather Swain is. They buy Cyberfrog because Ninja Turtles ripoff. I mean, that's it. Oh, cool. Robot Frog. Let's go. Nobody cares about Heather Swain. You care about Heather Swain because he draws pictures to Goonto, I assume. I don't know.
Is Cyberfrog good? I've only ever bought that 90s warts and all oversized trade. I never read it. You know what's crazy?
The art in that is shit.
What's crazy is I never even opened that. Yeah.
Let me show you how great. Okay, so here's this cover. Yeah. Look at the cover. Okay, not bad. Fine. So cool. This cover is this 30 years later. So let's take a look at what Ethan Van Sciver looked like when let's look at the art this guy made when he first started out in the industry. Let's see what this looks like. Let's find that cover. There's a great representation of what his stuff looked like. Look at that.
That's just
look at that.
That is ugly, disgusting.
Garbage.
Hot ass.
Okay, a child drew that. And look at how just messy these pages look. Like seriously, he sits here talking shit like he started off as an expert at this shit. No. So yeah, that's total trash. I couldn't even finish reading it. It was just the art was too jarring.
Oh, Dingus, the Dingus Stan. What's up, buddy? How you doing, man? What's the point of supporting an artist that doesn't even produce art anymore? He doesn't. All he does is produce.
He can't.
Trash
he cannot produce art. He can't draw because after his coronary episode or whatever that took him to the hospital, he doesn't have a steady hand anymore. His hand looks like this all the time. This is just Ethan's hand constantly. This is all he can do with it.
Oh, the other thing I wanted to bring up was that, you know how people kept telling him, hey, you need to hire someone to do the art and you need to be the person to write the story. He's doing it now. It's crazy. All the advice people gave him to do and told him, hey, this is probably the best thing for your actual books, he's finally doing it. That's crazy, honestly, because he was someone where basically he was talking about you should be taking criticism and you should kind of understand that criticism, even coming from someone that may not like you, is a good thing. So Savage Dad left for a moment because he left me like my dad.
That's what I do. That's why the name Dad is in there.
Oh, and this is the other thing I want to show you guys, because remember Ethan went on that tirade on Eric for not being able to take criticism, and he literally said that even you should take criticism from people that don't even like you because it's coming from a place that you need to improve. And then he made a big tirade about all the stuff that we said that he could do better, and then now he's doing it. It's like he's someone where one day he likes grapes, one day he likes apples, but then the next day he'll like grapes again if someone else says they like grapes. That's literally his entire personality. It's always flip-flopping. There's no actual...
Well, he's constantly, because this is the thing, and we know plenty of people who are like this, but he can't be wrong, and that's his problem. He can't mentally withstand the idea. I mean, somewhere in here, there's a neuron that fires that says, oh, dang, I was wrong about that. Everything else in his narcissistic fucking geared brain just refutes that constantly and will argue it. He's been wrong multiple times on a ton of shit and lied about multiple things, made up shit. I mean, the whole thing, his whole last 3 years of his life have been this nonstop lie that he made up for himself. And, you know, he can't be wrong because he is a narcissist. So he will lie, distort, make crap up, and twist constantly everything around as much as he can in order to not be wrong. But at the end of the day, no matter what, he's still wrong.
Oh, I wanted to show you guys with this. Walter, yeah, it's true. Everyone is fine with criticism until it's their turn. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's fair. I'm the same way. If the art is too jarring for me, I can't power through a read. Yeah, I couldn't read that anyway.
Yep.
That the art is too bad. I don't know I don't know if he did the art or he hired someone to do it. I'll be honest here, that looks like crap. And you need to fire that. But that art is terrible.
No, that was his art. That was his drawing. That's his hand. Like, I don't know like how he got his style so much more improved over that. Most of the old indie people that looked like that, they just went away because they thought they were good artists and they thought they had an interesting idea, and it somehow got through some editor, probably because somebody got blown, which, you know, probably the case with Ethan as well over at Harris Comics. I'm sure he blew somebody, but at the end of the day, it's still crap. Nobody buys it, nobody cares, and they fade off into obscurity. Ethan must have blown a lot of people to help him get better at his art because he fucking sucked. He was hot trash. Let's see, who else is in chat? Oh, there's Miss Farkle. How do they both kind of look like men? Which one is she talking about? I need to have another monitor just for chat over here, but yeah, I need a light too. The damn forward light thing missing is kind of a pain.
So this was something that happened a long time ago between Ethan and Gail Simone, and this came up where Geeky
They
Borders
tried to eat each other.
I mean,
like,
maybe they ate each other out. It's just literally and figuratively. He said
they're both so large. I can only imagine that one of them tried to eat the other, and that's where the conflict began.
Since Ethan Van Sciver and Gail Simone's relationship is topical, let's take a look back at when Ethan turned on Gail. You'll see a familiar pattern of behavior. Anyone in New Comicsgate that is capable of reading, this will be a good history lesson. So this is the part that really everyone should read. Just these parts that I bookmark, because remember how Ethan says that he was fired for being a Trump supporter? If you read what Gail's thought of that was in here, you'll think of something completely different about that situation. Let me see. Is that first or second? Okay, so this is the first part. So right here. So this is a long rant. It sucks to lose a friend. It sucks to have you attacking me to your 70K or whatever viewers, all while claiming victimhood. It sucks to be misrepresented, either intentionally or accidentally. I have no interest in some creepy YouTube feud, Ethan. I'm sorry our friendship ended the way it did, but I have barely even mentioned you in ages. Yeah, that's how that happens with Eric and Yellow Flash too. Like he'll have like falling out with people, and then they'll never mention him, but he will just literally let them live rent free in his head. But I have barely even mentioned you in ages. I certainly am not doing attack videos for 70K people to rile them up. That's really all I have to say. I quit watching around the 26-minute mark. If there was more, I think it's probably unlikely I'm missing much. Good luck on your project, Ethan, and congratulations on your success. My best to your family, both two-legged and four-legged. I don't know what that fucking means. This stuff
Humans
all
and
sucks.
dogs.
Shit. This stuff all sucks, but at least we are all still doing what we both love, which is making comics. So this is the next part that you guys should know about. So this is the Trump thing. And you have deliberately misrepresented the exchange where you blocked me. You say I was mad because you voted for Trump. You know that's not true, and I find this one of the creepiest bits. What happened was you were crowning about Trump winning, which is your right. But what annoyed me was that you had just days previously called Trump a clown, an insane idiot, and that he would be a disaster for the country. I could have ignored it and possibly should have, but I asked about that on Twitter. Hey, Ethan, weren't you saying this about Trump just a few days ago? I believe you got embarrassed. Maybe that's not a cool thing for me to do, but it was frustrating to see you constantly say one thing to your friends and the exact opposite to your followers. I have a bunch more examples. You know what some of them are. I am also pretty sure this wasn't when you blocked me at all. I think you are misremembering. Doesn't that sound like him saying one thing,
it is
one person?
I'm
just saying, I know people don't like Gail Simone, but that is exactly who this person is. I mean,
Ethan Van Sciver is as fake a Republican as Lindsey Graham or fucking Mitch McConnell. He's not a Republican. He just wants to be. He just wants the power over people and to be well regarded. He just wants his narcissism to be fulfilled. Those, just like those politicians, that's all they want as well. They're hot garbage and they're completely valueless as people go. And yeah, I don't know why so much attention is given to him or people like him, but that is what it is, I suppose. And the more we ignore them, the better. Like it's, and the more you understand that he was never a Trump guy. He's never been an actual conservative. He's not Chuck Dixon. He's not even close. He's a guy who couldn't actually turn his shit in on time. Jeff Jones got fucking tired of him. DC got fucking tired of him. And he got blackballed from the industry, not because of any sort of conservative viewpoint, because he didn't have one. He was still close friends with Gail Simone, and she's a raving liberal. She probably does not have any actual conservative friends, but Ethan was her friend. And so he goes online to crow because he's fake. His whole persona is fucking content. Like I was talking earlier about filming content in Vegas and everything else. Every day, every second that Ethan Van Sciver is on camera, it's content. And to him and to a lot of people, it's they're not real. It isn't real. This isn't real. And I understand that aspect of it. You're doing a performance. You're not being real with people. And if that's the way you're going about it, then fine. That's the way you're going about it. That's your jam. That's what you're doing. That's what's going on. Cool. But be straight with fucking people about it. Or,
Dingus says, I've never supported Comicsgate. Nothing they've put out has interested me. Couldn't care less about their political opinions and drama they create to stay relevant. So
yep.
The only person I've ever supported in Comicsgate is pretty much Mike Barron. Because Mike Barron is, I guess, Comicsgate. Yep. He's the only person I supported because I bought Bronze Star, but I haven't read it yet because I gave it to James. I have to rebuy Bronze Star, but he's the only person
James
that
lose it?
I don't know if
James reads comics. I
gave it to him for his birthday because he likes westerns. So I give it.
James
I thought that'd be a
can
cool-
read.
Oh my god, he's
I
white.
thought he was just. I just thought he was a Korean pimp. So.
Oh god, like
Well, how's it going over in Chino today, James?
for
I know
for some of the guys in comics. I'll be honest here. Nothing they've made has really interested me that much. Like, I'll be honest here. Nothing they've even put up for crowdfunders have interested me.
You didn't like the one shot that's coming out from Mandy Summers? You hadn't heard about that? Dude, she's about to drop a new campaign. You haven't even seen that yet? You should look it up.
She hasn't even finished the whole Gymshock book with that.
Well, I know, but she's a comic skater, so she launches new stuff before she finishes the other ones. You should go. Yeah, it's up on Indiegogo right now. It's called Two Finger Inserts. It's her one shot she's got coming out. You're not ready for it, bro. It's some of the preview art's wild.
I heard that the main cover, the tagline is going to be unlimited adventure, nonstop action.
It is, and dude, I heard that by the time you get to the end of the book, you'll be gushing.
So
live and in 4K.
There was a person that made a video about a comment left under Ethan's Rainbow the Brute campaign. So this already finished funding, and to be fair, it was supposed to be done on January 28th, 2021. It's still in demand. A campaign
this book was
initially 4 years late.
I've got this book was initially conceptualized in 2016. Mind all of you. I just want to make sure everybody understands how old the Rainbow the Brute idea was from Ethan. It was about 2016, 2017. He's had all of this time to do anything with it. Now he's making toys because he thinks he's going to be able to fund the printing of it because he spent all the other money on.
Also,
I'm assuming
I want to make sure I cover that too. So Ethan ended up launching a Rainbow the Brute action figure campaign, and this guy launched another campaign for a campaign that's still in demand and that still has not been fulfilled and will not be close to being fulfilled in forever, because he spent all the money. Just putting it out there. And then there was more paragraph comments that ended up coming out about this, and these were wild. I want you guys to actually see these. Holy shit, man! This is. A warning for anyone new considering backing any Ethan Van Sciver campaign, since Ethan still has this one open via in demand to continue to collect unsuspecting people's money after several years with no end in sight. As can be seen from the dates on this campaign, EVS may or may not fulfill his campaigns. Even if he does eventually, you may be waiting for years, or he may not complete fulfillment, and you may be one of the unfortunate ones who don't receive your perks. Keep in mind, no one's receiving any perks, honestly. Continued, a lot of us have still not received our perks from his Cyber Frog 2 campaign from years ago. We waited years for him to complete that book, but fulfillment finally started eventually. However, fulfillment started over 2 years ago now, and many of us still don't have our comics. Our messages and emails to Ethan /all caps comics have been ignored for over a year. I'm currently out several $100s, and others are in the same boat. If you back EVS's campaign, this could be you.
That's a good warning, in all honesty. And I'm surprised he hasn't managed to get that taken down yet.
At the time of us doing this episode of the MSK show, look at when this comment came. This came literally about 30 minutes ago when we were doing the show.
This guy just showing up in the middle of the show. Does this guy know us? Hey, are you out there? What's his name? Go back up.
Ben Poland.
Ben Poland, if you're in the chat, bro, speak up. We'll give you the link. I want to hear about it.
This comes from Chris Barchuk. I want to request a refund, but I am not even sure how to do that because I no longer use the credit card I used to pay for this bullshit campaign. I will never buy a comic from Ethan again.
Well said.
Sly Fox says, you're a cheat. I am nobody. Please refund. Please refund. Could you tell us how much of the book is left to finish?
More than we'll ever know, guys. More than we'll ever know.
This guy.
How many pages has he shown? Has he shown a full page yet? He's shown a few panels. So whatever you've seen so far, if you go look in the campaign, like go check in the campaign, whatever you see in there, that's how much of that's done. So you have all of everything that's not already been shown to you.
Remember that snowman campaign he had that took like forever to fulfill, and that wasn't even really his.
Dude, that was the better part of a decade.
Yeah, like
Yeah, that was a better part of a decade. Like he is such a shit fulfiller as well.
yeah, so someone that was actually not his, that was someone else's thing that they were trying to basically have him fulfill it for them, and that took like 20 years. Jalene Kempier, what a name. I want to drop a message here to express in my disappointment with delivery of this comic book. In the time period between pledge on this and now, I have supported 15 projects from other small-scale independent comics, all of which have been delivered. These projects were each 40 to 100 pages, full color, with various upgrades, such as foil covers, lenticular covers, upgraded paper, etc., etc. Still waiting for this one. Nothing more to say other than clock continues to tick. Refund.
Sounds about right.
I've sent a private message, but also doing it here to be certain. I would like a refund. Are you fucking working on this book anymore? Oh God, just look at these. This is from a month ago. Can you please give us some more updates on this? How many more pages? How long once those pages are done until we actually get our books? I'm really patient with late books, but the lack of regular updates is really unforgivable. Yeah, he doesn't even provide regular updates. Actually, when you have Indiegogo campaigns, you're supposed to actually update regularly. It's a thing. Remember when EVS did comics on a monthly basis? Remember when EVS would shit on SJW creators for being late on their Kickstarter books? And he said CG, respected their customers. How are we feeling now, customers? The SJWs won. We were grifted. Damn. I know who Fatal J is, actually. Fatal J, a month ago. Damn, I literally forgot years ago I backed this book. 2021. Man, that's when because I know he's a huge Zack Snyder fan. That's when the Snyder Cut drop was in 2021. That's fucking insane. I'm still really excited about receiving these. Please be better with updates, though. No, you're not. No one's excited about reading Rainbow the Brute. Even when Rainbow the Brute eventually comes out, literally nobody at all is going to read this, which is sad. There is no refund button. How do I ask for a refund? Looking for the refund button. I still have a tiny bit of hope that this will come out, more so than Wokesters, but I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't come out by 2031. God, just look at all these. It's just comedy. Can you guarantee this book comes out this year? It's been 4 years. I paid via MX. I wonder if I can call them and start a fraud investigation. My experience is MX really stands behind their members. Estimated shipping, December 2021. What's up, Eric? How you doing, buddy? Ethan is a gossip tuber. He's not a comic book publisher. That's true. I've written EVS twice. I put in tickets to Indiegogo to step in for a refund, and they haven't answered. How do we go about canceling our backing and getting our money back? I've ordered 3 executive briefcases. I don't want this anymore. I just want my money back. I'm not sure which is more pathetic, this motherfucker not delivering on the book or me still waiting for it. It's all about the friends you made along the way. Yeah, I'm done with you, EVS, but thanks, but no thanks. Estimated delivery, December 2021. Checks calendar, February 2025. Wow. Hear me now and believe me later. In 5 months, this campaign is going to start fulfilling. It could happen. This campaign is trash. Cast it into the fire and refund everyone's money with interest.
Never happened.
That never happened.
That's not happening.
Maybe if you weren't so obsessed with Eric July, you'd finally finish this book. 4 years? Really? Damn, you've fallen off. I forgot I even backed this. Even Fatal J, who's a person that's been a person on Yellow Flash's panel, forgot he backed this book. Everyone forgot they backed it. Everyone did. Let's see.
Dude, there's going to be Ukrainian immigrants or migrants, like refugees, getting this book at their homes delivered that never knew it was coming because the person who ordered it died or moved because it had been a decade.
We're never getting this book. I hope more and more people will realize how much you failed to deliver. Shame on you, EVS. 4 years later, nothing to show. I don't want to hear you complain about Eric July ever again. He delivers. You don't. Ooh, that's got sting. That one stung. Oh, look at that. Cyberfrog 3 isn't even close to hitting $1 million. The new properties are barely hitting 100K. if this is your full-time job, shouldn't you be able to at least produce one comic a year? Yeah, it's not even getting out one a year. I'll tell people asking for
it isn't his
one a year.
full-time job. Sucking dick is his full-time job.
Yesterday was the 4-year anniversary of when I backed this book. It's officially taken longer to get this than it has Wrecked Planet. Yeah, it's crazy. This book is taking longer to do than other books he's actually did campaigns for it afterwards. Isn't that crazy? Cyberfrog 2.
He can't draw. He cannot produce the art. And he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. He either has to come out and admit he can't produce the art, and basically a ton of his fans are going to drop off because they're paying for his art, or he just never puts it out. Like, that's his only options. Like, he has to admit that he can't draw, which he could never do because he can't be wrong or in the wrong, or he just ignores it, never puts it out, and complains about Eric July. Complaining about Eric July has and will continue to be a deflection from the fact that he can no longer produce art. Period. That's it.
Only 7 more months to wait. Isn't that right, Ollie?
Right?
Because he did drugs on the street.
I wish I could. Oh no, sorry. Will we ever get this? So I watched a recent stream in which his guest was Billy Tucci talking about Chi. I was interested and went for it. Why? I've ordered from Billy in the past and got what I paid for. At the time I was supposed to. I'd back Billy Tucci again in a heartbeat. EVS, on the other hand, hard no. Oh my goodness. Oh God. Just and as you guys have seen, we could go through this for days on end. There's comments. There's like almost 1,000 comments here. Like, do you think he was ever this late with a project when he worked for DC? That's the thing. The reason why he was never late on working on comic books for DC is because they just pushed him to get work done on time. And even then he was still late. He was always turning in pages late for comic books that were probably like 24 pages when they were first initially dropping as new. Like, he was fired. People let him go because, I mean, the rumored reason he was truly let go is because he was just difficult to work with, which we know he has a horrible personality, and he's just lazy and late on his work. That would be grounds for anybody to get fired from a job. If you're just lazy and you don't get your work done, that's a normal
absolutely
thing. If my
let's see here,
Rainbow does not arrive by the end of this year, I will be asking for a refund. Oh, buddy, it's not coming this year. None of this book isn't dropping this year either. He's not getting it done, guys. This book is coming out literally. I wouldn't be surprised if this book actually came out by 2031. 2031, 10 years after it actually launched. Any bird can build a nest, but it isn't everyone that can lay an egg. This guy's just he's just in here going like
oh, he's hitting it, dude. Let's see, what did Dingus Dan say here? I've never supported Comicsgate. There's nothing to put out there. Oh, that one. And then Walter says,
sorry.
Walter says, Savage Dad, those trips to Korea are long. Of course he knows how to read. James is working on a pimping self-help book at the moment, which he'll launch on Ripasend, I'm sure.
Oh, sorry about that, guys. Give me one moment. 1 second here.
There we go. Get to it. Oh, man, Walter said we're going to get cybernetic frogs by the time it comes out. If we have dire wolves in 2025, we'll actually get cyber frogs. Michael says, Walter, I heard Cyberfrog coming out the week after MSK's Yu-Gi-Oh! Channel uploads start. Oh,
oh, damn.
Bro.
Damn.
Bro, that's cold.
Michael wins. Eric says he has several issues to contend with. He has to draw instead of stream, and he probably doesn't have enough money to fulfill this project. No, that's true. No, you're right. The money was blown years ago. But I just don't get it. Why start other campaigns if this one's not finished and then fulfill those over this one when people have been waiting for this one longer? I don't get it. I just don't get it, honestly. And then he sells the stuff on his eBay store. He sells floppies, guys, that are 40 pages for... Imagine paying like $40 for a floppy. Crazy. It's actually insane, honestly. because my book has a chromium cover. Like, fuck off. So because he still hasn't finished fulfilling the Wreck Planet Cyberfrog 2 campaign. Hey, Throat Goat, shove the $200 up your fat ass since you are a piece of shit and can't deliver on your campaign. Fuck CG and everything you represent. Go fuck yourself. Still waiting on the honeycomb box. Thankfully, I updated my address. 5 years and I'm still waiting. Nope. And have heard nothing. Nope. And have heard of anything of EVS about my honeycomb box.
And you never will. Get over it. It's never going to happen.
Yeah. Following up since it's been a month since my last comment, obviously Ethan did not keep his word on doing the head sketches that he owes all of us. Oh no, he's giving head to somebody else. That's
yeah. Don't worry, those sketches are getting practiced over and over and over again by every pizza place.
Oh, Ethan, you lost Ben
area
Pullen.
Surrounding Lodi, New Jersey.
Ben Pullen dropped this. He says, for anyone still waiting on this order that has been held up by a head sketch, I've sent a super chat during Ethan's current live stream Trashcast Super Show at the almost hour 39-minute mark, asking that he do my head sketch so I can receive my honeycomb box from 5 years ago. He said he has a couple more to do and I'll get it finished this week. I'll get all those done. Hopefully he'll be a man of his word. Let's keep each other updated here about whether or not we receive shipping notices. Keep in mind.
Guess what I got? We're so far behind here, but we're almost on point. We need to do the Phenomenova review because I got a shipping notification for issue 2 on Phenomenova.
Oh, wait a minute. Vaughn fulfilled his books. He's making them and fulfilling them.
He fulfilled a book already, and it's not even been a year, and he's fulfilling a second book.
Still not done fulfilling this? Holy shit.
He's too busy fulfilling something else. He's full because he ate a pie first, and he's filling.
God. As you guys can see, the comments under these are just glorious. Literally just read. And keep in mind, this is what's also super disrespectful too. You already gave this man money, and then now you have to give him more money just to get him to respond to you.
Like, that is 100% exactly. It is nothing but disrespect for the audience. It isn't. He has no respect for himself, so I wouldn't even look at him. So what respect do you think he has for anyone else? He has no respect for himself. He has no respect for what could have been a pretty decent legacy that people would have enjoyed his work, but now it's just.
You know what's crazy? Is other people in CG do fulfill their books generally on time, like Graham does. I don't like Shane Davis, but Shane Davis fulfills his books generally on time.
Shane is too much of a spaz, and I don't know. He did a stint on Justice League that was okay, but Graham gets books out to me, and I read them. I have the third book, the last book of the Monster Island collection. Should be fulfilling soon. You know what else Graham does? He posts updates. I've also got. So this is an indie book. I don't think you got, but I got this one. So this was Kelly Jones and Matt Wagner's take on Dracula. Let me put it down here so you can see better.
Oh,
in large form. I love Kelly Jones's art. I dig it. I've always liked his art. It works well for this vampire stories. Leave some stuff off to the side there. But this was fun. They've updated consistently on this through Kickstarter, and it will be coming out soon. Also, even though I don't think Matt Wagner is of the particular political orientation that the guys on FNT were, he actually went on and talked to them. I don't even know if Kelly Jones is, but Kelly Jones follows me. I've talked to his wife on X before. They live in California, and we probably don't agree on a lot of political things, but for a while there, they were pretty, we would talk back and forth. His wife had nice things to say. He did an episode of X-Ray Girl's Dad Cast, which she stopped doing for some reason or another. Don't know, but it was and it was a really good conversation she had with him. I really enjoyed it, and I kind of messaged them both after that. And
you know what's crazy, Eric? They just reprinted EVS and Jeff Johns' book in an absolute format. That book sells because of Jeff Johns.
Which one was that?
It was it's the arc they have together when their run started. It's whatever one started with Sinestro. It's Blackest Night. I'm pretty sure it's Blackest Night.
They started doing Blackest Night in the
they've reprinted. So they've reprinted it as like
format.
they printed it in a book format. Like you know how they have call it book ones. Then they have it as an absolute. That run sells very well on the secondary market. It's not.
I would assume it would.
But
it
the
wasn't
thing
even
here is
drawing it.
Because Eric, when you said you have, Eric says I still have a few thousands tied up in his previous campaigns. I just wrote it off as a loss. Yeah, like that stuff is never coming out. I mean, even when you get it, you're not even gonna be basically like reading any of that shit because you just don't care anymore. Because like that's the thing is, if something takes that long to fulfill, do you even care anymore? Honestly, you know.
No, I honestly don't. And like with this one here, the book that won't sell. Do I even have it up here anymore? There we go. Like this took so long to fulfill. I wasn't paying attention. When it showed up, I didn't know that it was coming. I did look. I did receive shipping notification, but it was buried in my email, and because I wasn't looking for it, I'd given up on it, and when and I felt so relieved though when I finally got into the book and I read it, and nothing really happened, and the hero never came to pass. But when I got to this glorious John Malin 2-page spread of just wonderful, fantastic art, I felt so fulfilled in my purchase. I thought it was so worthwhile to just see this glorious John Malin art. Like, look at how good this art is of his. Like, can we deny that the man? Wow, this is and the paper is so thick you almost think you're pulling 2 pages, but you're not. Like, look at that. Oh my God, look at the art here. Wait, is there? No, they're not stuck together. Yeah, the pages are just so big. And then, look at this. Look at the glorious art. Look at the dots he added and some blue and some red. Like, bro. And then this page here, like, look at that. The art it's blowing my mind. Do you not hear how blown my mind is? Look at that, though. One of the most glorious 2-page spreads in the history of indie comics, if not all comics. I just want everybody to soak this in for a minute, really. Just look at that. Quality. Hey, the longer you wait, the better the art gets. And does the art get better than this? I don't think so. Not in Comicsgate.
Nothing gets better than the legendary double page spread of just blank pages.
John Malin is a genius. He's like the John Malkovich of comic books.
They're complaining about Eric and messing up that double page spread for Bloodruth #1. And yeah, we even said here he messed up. It should have been a double page spread.
Made it. Yeah, we called it out.
But this is what I also said is like if they ever make like a Ladies of the Rippaverse collected edition like they did for the Trinity of the Rippaverse, can't he just put in the double page spread? It's like, guys, people make mistakes. You can, when Bloodruth #1 gets reprinted in any other collected edition that he's going to have in the future, he can just put it there. That's what I would just say to do.
He should. And you know what? I just had a great idea. I should do a review on long boxing of Godlike. Like I have the great idea. You know what I'm gonna do? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the review. This is like, check it out. I just had the best idea ever. I'm gonna do the review, and this is gonna be my thumbnail. It's gonna blow people away. And I'm just gonna put the logo coming out from it, like, yo,
look at that quality.
Godlike. Yeah, look, that's my thumbnail for the Godlike review. Just that right there.
Oh, and guess what, guys? When he did the campaign when he did the campaign for Godlike 2, I backed it because I wanted to be a person waiting for 5 years. You ain't never seen that shit. I threw that money away. I wanted to be in the club. I wanted to be in the club of waiting for a book for 4 years.
Next time I feel like I'm gonna if I ever get this feeling that I'm gonna spend money on a Comicsgate book, I just need somebody to send me a DM, remind me that I'll never get it, and then tell me to go outside and take the $50, light it on fire, and light a cigar with it, because I will actually get something out of that. Oh, whoa. What's going on here? Dude. Oh.
Your son just elbowed you with food to the shoulder.
Well, like he brought it, I was like turning around and there's like, I'm hitting the plate. Here, go put that in the sink.
Okay.
There you go. All right. Hey, anybody want to see me do an Ethan Van Sciver impression?
Evius
anybody?
Was great on Green Lantern. Sucks to see he just doesn't do any more good. Yeah, it's because Jeff Johns made him do good. Other than that, he's got nothing, honestly.
Okay, MSK, hold up. Here's my full blown Ethan Van Sciver impression. You want to see it? You ready for this?
Gay. I ripped that book in half and threw it in the trash. Godlike is the worst indie comic I've ever purchased. And you know how they lied and said their stuff sold really well on the secondary market? Lies. That's not who invented that myth. That is a lie. What in the fucking hell?
I tried for like 6 to 9 months to move that fucking book on. Like I left it on auto relist on eBay. eBay gave up on that shit. They said stop trying to sell this. Nobody's buying it.
Yeah, no one wants no one reads it and no one wants to
I was selling it at cost. I just wanted to get my money back.
I wanted to be a part of the wait for a comic book for 4 years, guys. I wanted to be in the club.
There you go.
I'm not going to go on this campaign and be like, hey, refund. Like,
pretty much.
God. So we're going to end up wrapping it up here. We should have a show next week, but when are you going to be going on vacation? You said you're going on vacation in June?
Into this month. So basically the week of Memorial Day, I'll be out.
So basically
I'll be in Montana.
So the final week of May, you'll be gone for the whole week.
Yup.
Okay. So we have 2 weeks worth of shows until we have to blow each other again.
Bro, I ain't meeting you behind the TJs in fucking Lodi. I did my Ethan Van Piver impression by eating the sausage live. Okay, that was, and it was only this much sausage. Because, I mean, he's got a big head, but such a tiny little mouth. Which is why the twinks love him.
What's up, Chaz? How you doing, man?
By next show, I actually fix. What's up, Chaz?
I need to
fix my lighting scenario by the next
do you know what's crazy? Sure. I said the Knicks were gonna give him hope because he's a Knicks fan. I said the Knicks might actually go 3-0 up in the series and then might get reverse swept. what that would be crazy to start off that strong in a series and you lose 4 straight. Goodness gracious. Yeah, the Knicks pulling it up big. That's crazy. Starting out.
Dude, it's been a minute since more than a minute. Like, I don't remember the last time throughout my entire life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even when I was a kid, they were like, who was the guy they had? They had this big forward that was kind of a big deal, but they could never put the people around him he needed to be successful. This is back in the Barkley era, though. So unquestionably the greatest era of basketball, Jordan's era.
Oh,
period.
Goodness gracious.
Just go watch that shit, man. I just watched the fucking old games on ESPN. That shit's great.
I usually watch you know how like the NBA YouTube channel puts together those movies, those highlights. Like, man, the one they put together of the Celtics and Lakers rivalry throughout the years was
dude,
really good.
I mean, it doesn't even matter anymore. The Lakers aren't even relevant. And like,
that's not really a rivalry anymore.
At the same time,
whenever
because
they
face in the regular team.
Whenever they face in the regular season, it's still pretty intense. But like the Celtics have kind of like been better than them for a good majority of the time in the last like 10 years. Honestly,
quite a while.
Yeah. Like Lakers haven't been good in a long time. Like even LeBron years, you're looking at the LeBron years and going like, I don't know, honestly. Like, is it really good? Has it been good?
It's not because he hasn't done shit. The COVID era doesn't count. The last time the Lakers were worth a while was Shaq and Kobe, bro.
What was the 2000 to 2010 period? We had that. That was very good, I would say.
Who the hell was there in 2000 to 2010?
We had remember the Paul Gasol, Andrew Bynum, Meta World Peace, Derek Fisher era. Remember that one? Steve Nash.
Fucking Meta World Peace. Did Steve Nash come to the Lakers?
Yeah.
That is where he went after Phoenix, wasn't it?
The Thunder is giving it to the Nuggets. The Nuggets are playing like straight up MSK. What does that even mean?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
So I have to catch up on these games. I have to get to my next show in a little bit here. But I'll ask you, is there anything you want to basically plug beside my wife's butthole before we head out?
I told you could sell your girlfriend to me if you wanted to, but that's, offline conversation. I need a housekeeper. But check out. Let me bring it over here. Check out Long Boxing coming in June. You've seen the 0 episode. It's just going to be OG comic book conversations. There may be topics of the moment, but it's going to be mostly comic book conversations. I'm trying to organize a bunch of shit. Comic books that are that are not alphabetized, alphanumerically. They're not even like chronologically in order, like nothing. So I'm going to be going through my collection, and as I sit here and do some long boxing and do some organization, having just straight up conversations. I'm not pulling up. I for the most part won't be pulling up articles. Won't be pulling anything up. I'm just looking to get a few people on, and we're gonna sit around like it's Wednesday, and we're sitting here roasting shit over the new issues. You know, talking about whatever the hell is on our mind with comics. So there may be some direction occasionally if I have a topic that I want to talk about, but it's going to be me. And
the thing is, he doesn't do content on YouTube. I don't know why he doesn't. I don't know why Long Boxing's not on YouTube.
I will. The first episode wasn't on YouTube, or the 0th episode was not on YouTube because I just did it on the fly to piss MSK off because he's sitting here trying to talk shit. So that's what he got. And next time he does that shit, I'm going to launch the 1,000,000th episode of Long Boxing. I'm going straight Marvel numbering, bro. I'm gonna do it, but I
when are you gonna relaunch to a new number 1 after
every long box I fill, I'll launch a new number 1.
Every 10 episodes, new number 1. Just after.
That's exactly what I should do. I'm gonna fire the artist and everything. I'll do a new thumbnail and all that jazz. But and on the channel, I'll probably, this will be my venue for doing reviews. You'll see me in a different view here than my normal stuff if I'm streaming with other people or I'm doing rogues. It's kind of it's just a slightly different setup that I put on here that actually, now that I've got my monitor here, my camera over here at a little bit of distance, and my mic kind of in a not bad spot, but it's still kind of like at this weird angle, but in a not bad spot here for me to talk and for everybody to hopefully hear me relatively well. You know, this is going to be a good spot. Like, I think to deal with the comics, you've got the hand cam over here, so you can actually see what's going on. I think this is actually better than doing it on my desk. It gives me more room so you can kind of see all of what I'm working with. But that's what it's going to mostly be about. It's just going to be comic book conversations and me digging through it, maybe showing off. You know, it's going to be kind of like, what was that called? It was like, was it like a high table or something where they kind of like, a little show off stream? It's like bagging and boarding comics, but we're actually going to bag and board comics. And I'm not talking about any other topics like Hollywood or movies. Maybe comic book movies will come up as we go through shit. I've got comic book movie things in here, but it's mostly going to be about the floppies, about the books, about the stories, about the artists, the writers, and whatever the hell we have to go through. So it's comic book laden. It's not really going to be a pop culture channel. It is a comic book channel. That's it. That's all I'm doing with it. So that's coming in June.
But aren't comic books for fucking nerds and losers?
Yeah.
All right. So he needs to put these channels on YouTube because Rumble. It doesn't matter if your stuff's on Rumble.
I will get it on YouTube, dude. It doesn't matter if it's on fucking YouTube. It doesn't make me any money on YouTube.
There's more viewers on YouTube. That's the thing. Your stuff gets more.
I'll see, dude. I'll see. Because you know what? I get more views on Rumble in my experience so far than I've been getting on YouTube.
People. Those are Indians that are fucking on their 50 monitors following.
Hey, whatever, man. I've got 200 on here. I make more money on Rumble. So, and how long does my YouTube channel last before it gets nuked? Probably not long. So
you're not doing anything controversial. You're talking about characters in a piece of paper.
But say something controversial. I'll put a sausage in my mouth to do an Ethan Van Sciver impression again. Who knows? Maybe I'll do Ethan Van Piver skits occasionally on Long Boxing. Just show up and it'll be Ethan Van Piver. I'll be in the fat suit. I'll have the hat on. It'll just be a pie on my crotch. Like, it'll be a thing. But, plans down the road. First off, I'm going to get started by actually going through my comic books and having conversations with whoever wants to come on. I'm not going to do a bigger than 4-person panel. So there'll never be a lot of
You can
overtalk.
find 4 people to talk about comic books in 2025. That's just a rarity in and of itself.
I got your gay butt, Laps comic fan. Maybe Lunchbox Warren will come on. Nick might come on from Phoenix Press. Who knows? Like whoever wants to chit chat. Maybe Iron will come on one of these days. But whoever wants to come on and talk comics is more than welcome because that's all it's going to be. We're going to sit here and talk about the floppy books and we'll see where the conversation takes us. Like the one with Nick was supposed to be Free Comic Book Day, and a little bit was, but it went everywhere, dude. We went all over the place. I was into this though, man. These OG sick freaking like DC Comics covers. That was what I was hunting for in the 50-cent bins on Free Comic Book Day. Just good looking stuff, dude. Like
I don't buy
great
back
covers.
issues are for losers. Everyone, go buy trades, go buy omnibuses. That's what you.
Well,
need
I do these. See, these were 50 cents a pop, and I don't know that I'm going to use them to read or really be part of the collection. What I'm thinking about doing is building a desk. No, I want to build a desk, and I want to like. I'm almost like down to cut the covers off, and like plaster them or glue them to the desk, and then do a resin pour over the top of the desk so they're like sealed underneath it, and do like a new standing desk for myself with a get like one of those kits with the legs, and then you screw the whole desk down. But resin like this on the desk, I think it would be fucking sick. Like it would look so cool. So, and this is my like I love this OG. Like just so many great covers, such good art of like Superman, and I'll probably get some other of the 90s era DC stuff and some Marvel stuff and make just a kick-ass freaking desk out of it. But for now, it's stuff I'm gonna put in the collection because it looks good.
Awesome.
The covers just look good, dude. All this stuff of Superman era shit. Oh, great stuff.
All right, so everyone, I got to get to my next show. He has to head out, but we'll be back here for the next 2 weeks for this show around 5.
MSK's always backing it up.
5:30, 6 p.m. PST. I'm gonna go have sex with my wife. So yeah, thank you guys for checking out this episode of the MSK show.
Tell your girlfriend I said hi and to get you a new shirt.
It's not true. So
it's absolutely true.
I don't date these dirty, disgusting females. So thank you guys for checking out this episode of the MSK show, and we will see you guys later.